There is no reason for these people to lie to me. No reason. And the biggest reason for that is a lot of people think it's an attention grab. A lot of people think it's a damn attention grab. And that drives me nuts, because usually the first line in the email is, I haven't told anyone about this. I haven't talked about this in 35 years since the day it happened. They don't want attention. That is symptom number one of possibly being involved with aliens. Some of us, in the spasticness, I guess would be the word to use, of realizing what's going on to you and thinking you're the only one this has ever happened to, we get overexcited and we blab about it, like I do. Thank God I was smart enough to use an alias from the get-go. But a lot of people who become famous for being abductees, just yap publicly as much as they can about it, and then next thing you know, they've got a book and all that, and then they're famous worldwide for being an alien abductee. That's how it usually happens. It's not an attention grab. That, and what would the motivation be for someone to write incredibly long emails to me, which are fine. I do the same thing. It's another symptom of us. We're really damn long-winded. I don't know why that is. But incredibly long emails to me, like things that would take an hour to write, one person. Why would someone do that to lie? It's bullshit when people call alien abductees attention whores, whoever. People like Balloon Boy's dad. Yeah, I suppose he's kind of an attention whore. I'd love to have him on the show. I don't know if he can legally, but I fully believe he was an abductee. It makes you do some weird shit, and he kind of took it a little far, I think. But also, in all fairness, one of the funniest practical jokes ever played in the history of humanity, Balloon Boy. That was hilarious to me once I found out the kid was okay, and they just apparently gave him a sleeping pill and sent him up in the attic the whole time. like no one would find out. Anyway, my point in all of this, and there is one, is I wanted to talk a little bit about and be able to post this and tell people what some of the symptoms are. Do you think this is going on to you? There's a list on our website, alienaddictions.com, of 58 symptoms of alien abduction. So I'm going to go through that, and I'll give my answers too. I'll probably spin off into a few stories. I just looked at the clock at 11:11, by the way. Most people probably know what I'm talking about. I won't go off on that tangent right now. Been happening a lot to me lately, and a lot of people have been emailing me about that, seeing times like 3:33, 11:11, which is certainly a symptom. That's a symptom for sure. What good that does, I have no idea. No clue what that means. So first I'll go through my list of symptoms that have been prevalent for me personally, and that I've really noticed I can't miss in all the people that have emailed me. The fear of speaking about this publicly is certainly one of them, which I have, freaking believe it or not. I have not talked to my mother, my father. Well, my mother I talked to it about a little bit. It didn't go so well. Didn't go too poorly, but whatever. My sister I haven't spoken this about. So that's very common, to be afraid of people finding out this has happened to you. Usually abductees feel as though they have some sort of mission. My mission personally, talk to people about this. Explain what it's like. Explain to them, as I realized this was a revelation I had on my own after hundreds of emails, explain to them how they're not alone, because you feel alone in this. Also had a mission to bring a group together with no other directions, just bring together a group of you. Okay, so that's why we have the website, alienaddictions.com. One thing I thought about from all these emails I got was, this would be the greatest book ever on alien abductions, because the emails are so genuine, they're so detailed, and they're so from the heart. But at the same time, and I thought about, of course, would ask people for permission first. I thought about doing it and decided I just couldn't do that. These people had written me personally so they could get it off their chest, and it wasn't the right thing to do to publish it. But God, would it be one hell of a book. Wish I could, but morally I can't do that. Something else that's real prevalent is being a musician. So many of us are into music, and we're going to talk about that in more detail here in a little bit. And next week, the whole show is going to be based off that. A lot of people who emailed me are musicians or artists too. And this entire group, this is kind of a weird symptom to describe. We are the group of people who are the most focused yet most scatterbrained people that you'll ever meet, which is frustrating. Like, genetically, what good does that do us? I know all of our genetics are tinkered with by them, either through the hybrid program initially or when we're up there, but like, what we can ultra focus, but at the same time, in the big picture, we're horrible. No one can bring together a big plan at all. One plan, awesome. Big plan, we suck at it. So there's a symptom. Which is frustrating, especially when you get thousands of emails, everyone also wanting to save the world, which is another symptom. Everyone feels they're here to save the world, which is frustrating for people. Everyone seems to know it's an important time in world history right now, in a big, broad sense. No one really specifically knows how. A lot of people get theories. Most of them are wrong. Everything takes time. Certainly an entire planet changing, evolving, takes a period of time. Won't happen overnight. So there's a symptom. If you've seen a UFO or a mini, what the aliens I worked with told me is when you see a UFO, yeah, you've been taken. That's us checking up on you. That's us saying hi. We usually, they don't pop out of outer space for no good damn reason. So if you've seen a UFO, you've been abducted. Psychicness is certainly there. Now, my psychicness is really spotty, so I don't trust it at all anymore. I tried and it just didn't work. But a lot of people are psychic who have had this going on, knowing something's going to happen right before it happens. If people generally gravitate towards you just to talk to you, or if you're the kind of person that people come to and someone just opens up their entire damn life story to you and you're sitting there nodding like, that's okay, that is also a sign of being an alien abductee. And something that came up interesting on the website this week is having Freemasons in your family past. And I'm going to have our moderator Dave do a poll on that. We have a poll on the website. And see how many of us there have people in our family history who are Freemasons. I certainly do. A very high-ranking ones, 32nd, 33rd degree Freemasons. And I'm not going to go into the spiel on that group right now. It's a group that I'm not affiliated with in any way, shape, or form, nor will I ever be. So anyway, those are my personal ones. Now let's go on to the list of 58. And I'll make this brief and give my yes or no answers, just so you know from my background what I've experienced. And I'm just reading this off the website here. This is also up in the forum if you want to go. A couple people filled it out. It was kind of fun. All right. First one is lost time, a period of time from minutes to several days in which you cannot recall what happened to you or what you have done. Yes, I have had that multiple times. Unusual marks on your body, like scars or scoop marks, laser cuts in a series on an ankle, wrist, or your back. Any scars which you're unable to explain where you got them from. Yes, I do have those. Hearing tapping or humming noise. Hearing these sounds upon odd occasions such as bedtime, just prior to sleep, many times just prior to bedtime for a period of many years. Traveling on the road in my job, I thought an 18-wheeler was riding outside my room. Never was any truck, just the sound in my head, which is, whoever wrote that, and that makes no damn sense. But anyway, yes, I've heard tapping, humming, clicking, chirping, heard all that. A feeling of being watched, which is a feeling you get during or just prior to going to sleep at night. I get the watched isn't the word I would use for me personally. I would say monitored would be a better word, but yeah, I get that. Sleepwalking. You wake up in a different place from where you went to sleep and do not know how you got there. No, I am not a sleepwalker. My little sister is, though. Seen a UFO, as we've talked about. Yes, I have, and videotaped a lot. Feeling a need to travel, which is specifically a strange compulsion to walk or drive to a different location without any explanation. And yes, this happened many times to me during my abductions. It's like a couple times almost guided down certain roads and into remote country type areas. Yeah, I did get that. Unexplained medical problems, such as sudden illness, sinus problems, fatigue, migraines, or rashes. Yes, I do have some of that. Even stranger, they gave me a cure for illness, which I'll pass along real quick right now. And I haven't gotten sick in a year and a half. I got blasted by another vehicle, but I haven't gotten ill other than that, and I don't think that counts. But basically, your brain is obviously what controls everything in your body. If at the first sign of the sniffles or anything, a sore throat, a stomach flu, you can tell your brain to send out white blood cells, which then combat